Hello, my friend. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. There's something beautiful about being a beginner, something brave. You are here because you want to learn English, and that takes courage. Today, I have a story for you, a simple story, a story about a woman, a bus, and a small moment that changed everything. But this isn't just a story. This is your practice, your chance to listen, to repeat, to speak, to feel English in your heart. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin together. I know something about you. Maybe you feel nervous when you try to speak English. Maybe you understand some words, but not all of them. Maybe you listen to English and it feels too fast, too difficult, too much. Am I right? You are not alone. Many learners feel this way. They want to speak, but the words don't come. They want to understand, but the sentences move too quickly. And sometimes they feel embarrassed, or frustrated, or tired. But here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice, a little bit, every day. And today, I'm going to help you do exactly that. We're going to move slowly, very slowly. You'll listen to a story. You'll repeat simple sentences. You'll practice real English, the kind of English people actually use every day. And by the end, you'll feel a little stronger, a little braver. Are you ready? Let's go. Today's story is called The Late Bus. It's about a woman named Maria. Maria waits for a bus every morning. But one day, the bus is late, very late. And in that waiting, something happens, something small, something important. Let me explain why this story matters for you. When you learn a language, you need two things. 1. Repetition. 2. Emotion. Repetition helps your brain remember. When you hear the same words again and again, they stay in your mind. Emotion helps you connect. When you feel something, happiness, sadness, curiosity, you remember better. This story has both. You'll hear the same phrases many times. You'll feel what Maria feels. And slowly, without even trying too hard, your English will grow. Many English videos are too fast. The speaker talks quickly. The words blur together, and you feel lost. But not here. Here, we go slowly. Every word is clear. Every sentence is simple. Why? Because your brain needs time. Time to hear. Time to understand. Time to repeat. Think of it like this. If you want to build a house, you start with one brick, then another brick, then another. You don't throw all the bricks at once. English is the same. One word, one sentence, one story. Slowly, carefully, with love. Let me tell you about Ahmed. Ahmed is from Egypt. He started learning English 2 years ago. At first, he felt very nervous. He couldn't understand movies. He couldn't speak to people. He wanted to give up. But then, he found something that worked. Slow listening practice. Every day, Ahmed listened to one simple story. He didn't try to understand everything. He just listened and repeated and listened again. After 3 months, something changed. He started to feel the English. The words felt natural, comfortable. Now, Ahmed can talk to people. He can watch videos. He can understand. And he tells me, the slow stories saved me. You are like Ahmed. You are building your English one moment at a time. In today's lesson, you will listen to a simple story, A1 to A2 level. Practice 60-plus sentences for shadowing. Learn phrases you can use every day. Feel the rhythm of natural English. And most importantly, you'll enjoy it. Because learning should feel good, not stressful, not scary, just good. So, let me ask you something. When the bus is late, what does Maria do? Does she get angry? Does she go home? Does she meet someone new? You'll find out very soon. But first, let's practice some English together. Now, we're going to practice speaking. I will say a sentence, short, simple, clear. Then I will pause, and you will repeat after me, out loud. Use your voice. Don't be shy. It's okay if it's not perfect. Just try. Ready? Let's go. Shadowing sentences. Set 1. Daily life. I wake up early. I drink coffee every morning. I go to work by bus. The bus comes at 8 o'clock. I wait at the bus stop. Sometimes the bus is late. I look at my phone. I check the time. I feel a little worried. But I wait. Shadowing sentences. Set 2. Feelings. I am tired today. I feel happy when I learn. I feel nervous sometimes. I want to speak English well. I need more practice. I like simple stories. I understand when people speak slowly. I try my best every day. I believe in myself. I am learning. Shadowing sentences. Set 3. Simple actions. She walks to the bus stop. She sits on the bench. She opens her bag. She takes out a book. She reads a few pages. She looks up at the sky. She sees the clouds. She smiles a little. She feels calm. She waits quietly. Shadowing sentences. Set 4. Time expressions. It is morning. It is 8 o'clock. The bus is late. It is now 8:15. She waits for 15 minutes. It is still not here. She waits a little longer. Maybe the bus will come soon. She hopes so. She is patient. Great job! You just spoke more than 40 sentences in English. Do you feel it? That small feeling of progress? That's real. That's your brain learning. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about how you can use this English. Today's story is about waiting, about buses, about time. These are things we all experience. So let's look at some real-life phrases you can use. Phrase 1. The bus is late. Imagine you are waiting for a bus. Your friend calls you. Your friend asks, "Where are you?" You say, "I'm at the bus stop. The bus is late." Simple, natural, useful. Let's practice. The bus is late. I'm waiting for the bus. It's not here yet. Phrase 2. I'll wait a little longer. Maybe your friend says, "Why don't you take a taxi?" You can say, "No, I'll wait a little longer." This phrase is very common. It shows patience. Let's practice. I'll wait a little longer. Maybe it will come soon. I'm not in a hurry. Phrase 3. What time is it? When you're waiting, you often check the time. You can ask, "What time is it?" Or you can say, "It's already 8:15. Let's practice. What time is it? It's 8:15. I've been waiting for 15 minutes. Now, let's put it all together. I'll read a short conversation, then you'll repeat each line. Person A. Where's the bus? Person B. I don't know. It's late. Person A. How long have you been waiting? Person B. About 15 minutes. Do you want to walk? No, I'll wait a little longer. Perfect. You just practiced a real conversation. This is how people talk every day. Let me tell you about Yuki. Yuki is from Japan. She studied English in school for many years, but she never spoke. She only read textbooks. When she came to the United States, she felt scared. She couldn't understand people. She couldn't answer simple questions. One day, someone asked her, "What time is it?" And Yuki froze. She knew the words, but she couldn't speak. She felt embarrassed. But then she decided to practice. Every day, she repeated simple sentences. She practiced dialogues. She listened to slow English stories. And now, Yuki can speak confidently. She can have conversations. She can live her life in English. You are like Yuki. You are practicing. You are growing. And one day, you will speak without fear. You might be wondering, why do we repeat the same sentences so many times? Here's why. Your brain learns through repetition. The first time you hear a sentence, your brain says, "That's new." The second time, your brain says, "I remember this." The third time, your brain says, "I know this." And the 10th time, your brain says, "This is automatic." That's the goal. We want English to feel automatic, natural, easy. So don't worry if you hear the same words many times. That's not boring, that's learning. Okay, here's something interesting. While Maria is waiting for the bus, someone sits next to her. An old man. He smiles, and he says something. What does he say? Let's find out in the story. But first, more practice. Let's practice again. This time, the sentences are a little longer, but still simple, still clear. Listen, repeat, breathe. Let's go. Shadowing sentences, set 5. Descriptions. She is standing at the bus stop. She is wearing a blue jacket. She has a small bag in her hand. She looks at the street. She is waiting for the number 12 bus. The bus comes every 20 minutes. But today it is late. She is starting to feel worried. She wonders if she will be late for work. She checks her phone again. Shadowing sentences, set 6. An old man walks to the bus stop. He sits on the bench next to her. He has a kind face. He looks at her and smiles. He says, "Good morning." She smiles back and says, "Good morning." He asks, "Is the bus late today?" She nods and says, "Yes, very late." He laughs a little and says, "That's okay." She feels a little better. They sit together quietly. The old man opens a newspaper. Maria looks at her book. The sun is warm on their faces. The morning is peaceful. They don't talk much, but they feel comfortable. Sometimes silence is nice. Sometimes waiting is okay. Maria realizes this. Beautiful. You're doing so well. Can you feel your voice getting stronger? That's progress. That's you learning. Now, let's hear the full story. I will read it slowly, very slowly. Listen carefully, and after, we'll practice key lines together. Maria wakes up at 7 o'clock every morning. She drinks coffee. She eats toast. She gets ready for work. At 7:45, she leaves her apartment. She walks to the bus stop. It takes 5 minutes. She always takes the number 12 bus. It comes at 8 o'clock. But today, the bus is late. At 8 o'clock, Maria looks down the street. No bus. At 8:05, she checks her phone. Still no bus. At 8:10, she starts to feel worried. What if I'm late for work? She thinks. At 8:15, an old man arrives. He sits on the bench next to her. He smiles. "Good morning," he says. "Good morning," Maria replies. "Is the bus late?" he asks. "Yes, very late," she says. The old man nods. "That's okay," he says. "Sometimes we need to wait." Maria looks at him. She doesn't understand. "But I'll be late for work," she says. The old man smiles again. "Maybe, but right now you are here. The sun is shining. The air is fresh. This moment is nice." Maria stops. She looks around. He is right. The morning is beautiful. The birds are singing. The sky is blue. She takes a deep breath. She smiles. At 8:25, the bus finally arrives. Maria and the old man get on the bus. She sits by the window. He sits across from her. As the bus moves, Maria thinks, maybe being late isn't so bad. She learned something today. Sometimes waiting is not a problem. Sometimes waiting is a gift. Now let's practice some important lines from the story. Repeat after me. Sometimes we need to wait. The sun is shining. This moment is nice. Maybe being late isn't so bad. Waiting is not a problem. Sometimes waiting is a gift. Perfect. These lines are more than just English. They are wisdom. My friend, you did it. You listened to a story. You practiced dozens of sentences. You spoke English. That's a big achievement. Let's review what you learned. You practiced simple sentences about daily life. You learned phrases for talking about time and waiting. You heard a story with a beautiful message. You practiced shadowing, repeating sentences out loud. And most importantly, you showed up. You tried. That's the most important thing. Here's what I want you to do tomorrow. Listen to this video again. Yes, again. Why? Because the second time, it will be easier. You'll understand more. You'll remember more. And the third time, even easier. That's how learning works. Not by doing something new every day, but by repeating something good until it becomes natural. So tomorrow, listen again, repeat the sentences again, feel the English again. You know, learning a language is not just about words. It's about courage. Every time you try to speak, you are brave. Every time you listen, you are growing. Every time you practice, you are stronger. I'm so proud of you. And I want you to remember this. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. One story, one sentence, one day at a time. You are doing amazing. So, my friend, what will you do next? Will you listen to this video again tomorrow? Will you practice the sentences? Will you keep learning? I hope so. Because the world needs people like you. People who don't give up. People who try. People who believe. You are one of those people. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for learning with me. I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking, keep dreaming in English. You can do this. I believe in you. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.